Revolutionary greetings, comrades. Zimbabwe's president, Emmerson Mnangagwa, says that his great-grandfather grew up under the guidance of King Mzilikazi and King Lobengula. He was speaking in Matebeleland when he unveiled the Pupu Memorial Monument. It is the site of the Anglo-Ndebele War of 1893, which began the colonial or completed, so to speak, the colonialism of what today is Zimbabwe. You recall that the British South African Company hoisted its flag on a hilltop in what is Harare today in 1890. 3 years later, war broke out between the settlers and the Ndebele warriors, culminating in that battle, which President Mnangagwa and the traditional leaders had to unveil a monument in that site. So he says his grandfather, great-grandfather, grew up in the royal with the royal family. He says, it's quoted by the Chronicle. He says, I quote, "Well, the background is that when King Lobengula settled here, he made a treaty arrangement with the Chief, my great-grandfather, that there shall not be any war between Chief's people and Mzilikazi. Now in doing that, Mzilikazi asked for a young child from Chief who was brought here in the house of King Mzilikazi as a little boy. That was my great-grandfather Lubengo," close quote. When we're having this discussion, one comrade from Comrade Imbizo Forum says, you cannot dispute one's history. We do not want in this channel to say it is correct what President Emmerson Mnangagwa is saying or it is wrong. No. We are not judging the president, but we are just surprised that the issue of Kukuraundi, in some quarters, it is believed that it was a revenge for what King Mzilikazi and his people did when they arrived in the land called Zimbabwe. It is said that Mzilikazi engaged in a military battle with the Shona, committed a genocide. Here President Mnangagwa says there was a treaty that was signed between King Mzilikazi and Chief. We have heard about this treaty, but I do not have the contents of the treaty. What surprises us, though, is that the King Mzilikazi, in a bid to promote peace and to avoid any conflict, will then take a young boy to grow up in his crown. It's a, I might say, maybe it's lack of research on our part, but it's not common. There are many examples out there. When you want to strengthen a relationship between the two clans or kingdoms, you marry amongst each other. One will not dispute if, but I said we are not disputing, so let's not dispute, but one will not be shocked if King Mzilikazi married the daughter of Chief as part of nation building, as part of creating this good relationship between the two kingdoms or between the two clans, so that war will not break out. That's common. Can go back to history. There are many examples in history. This is why we ourselves, Amanala, as you know, historically there's been a dispute with the kingship of Amandebele in South Africa when Ingonyama Umusi Ikotama Magodonga and Manala. War broke out between the brothers. And the historians say a lady proposed, I can't remember her surname, the one that I might not be the exact surname, so I will not mention this. I do not remember the surname, but it's there. Proposed that the Mabena and Mahlangu must marry each other to end the conflict. This is why, as a Mabena today, I can marry Mahlangu lady. A ceremony was done, notwithstanding the fact that Manala and Magodonga were brothers. Of course, from different mothers, but were brothers as Tenjin. So for King Mzilikazi and the King Lopengula to adopt a son, you might have your thoughts around that, but we seem not to understand why would King Mzilikazi want to adopt a son so that there is peace. If indeed adopted a son, a king cannot just adopt a son to grow up in his crown. He will draft the son into the regiment, into the army, and lead to command one of the armies. But like I'm saying, that Comrade Mbizo Forum says, no, you cannot dispute if you don't have facts. But we are trying to understand this. But last point, if this indeed happened, why Gukurawondi? That's the burning question. Why Gukurawondi? Because if there's a close connection, there's this relationship, that there was an agreement. President Mnangagwa's great-grandfather was not captured, was not kidnapped, but there was a treaty signed, and his great-grandfather was adopted, grew up under Ndebele culture. Why after independence then did we have Gukurawondi? And the President Mnangagwa was Minister of State Security at the time, and the Chronicle quotes him saying all manner of things. I was watching a video at the Cross. At the Cross says in 1983, when 2,000 people were killed in Lupane by Gukurawondi, he phoned the then Prime Minister Robert Mugabe, and President Mnangagwa was minister at the time, head of that, and they phoned and threatened at the Cross to say, if you do that again, you'll be in trouble. But then there's this strong connection. Share your views. Kindly share your views. Write in the comment section. Like this video. Subscribe. If you are on TikTok, please do follow us. Otherwise,